can't, I can't, I can't, I can't look, can't look, can't look, can't look left.
Jinn Stories, Jinn Stories.
Gather round, boys and girls. Gather round, ladies and gentlemen. Gather round, people of all ages. For today, we'll be delving into the mysterious, the maniacal, the supernatural world of the Jinn. Gather round for stories that will amaze and abound. These stories will show you this world of the paranormal and the strange. Assalamu alaikum, my name's Abdul Karim and this is Jinn Stories. Today we'll be looking into the stories of what is just over there. People are like, where? Where is these things? They're just behind you. People are now getting a chill up their spine. And I have one warning. When watching this, do not look left. You see, in the paranormal world, things look just over your shoulder, just beyond the horizon, just out of look. Gets me all the time. There are things that are waiting for us just over our shoulder. They're waiting for it just behind us. And every now and then, we catch a glimpse of them. Sometimes we're taking a selfie. Sometimes we're taking a photo of a loved one. Sometimes we just happen to be at the right place in the right time and we see them. Today we'll be telling you stories from across the globe, showing you about the Jinn and where they lurk just beyond there. The first story takes place in Japan. It takes place in 2015. It takes place where there's a Japanese singer. She's a singer and a pop star and people adore her. Her name is Sayaka Yamamoto. And she's just wrapping up for the day. She's in a dressing room. She's gonna have one of these strawberry little cupcake things. And she just whips out her phone for a quick little selfie. She points the camera at herself and clicks. Nothing out of the ordinary. She didn't even notice anything out of the ordinary. She sends the photo. Within minutes, there's replies. Hey, who's that next to you? Who's that to your left? Who's that person in the mirror? And she looks and she sees that there's an empty chair here. But in the reflection, there's a reflection of a girl. Just much like her. Black hair, black dress, facing away from the mirror. And it's just to her left. She's spooked out by this. Imagine this thing would have been right here. Right close enough to touch your arm. But that's not the first. You see, there was a father. He was taking a photo of his son. And he didn't even see anything abnormal or strange. He takes a quick photo. His son's doing something, playing around. He takes a photo. And later that day, he's reviewing the photos on his phone. And he stops. He's like, what's this? He rushes, checks all the locks in the door. You see, he just saw someone in the background. And he's thinking, there's someone broken into my house. All the doors were locked. And he's thinking to himself, what the hell is this? What's going on? So he takes another look. He puts the photo on his computer and he takes a look. And he gasps. The thing is not human. It's got long, slender legs, unlike any human. It's got a face, unlike any human. And it's almost expressions like, oh, you caught me. Just in that moment. There's another event which took place in San Diego near the Maritime Museum. This took place when this woman and her daughter were they're taking a photo of the Star of India, and the husband says, wait, gotta make sure there's no one else around. I just want you guys in the shot. So he makes sure all the tourists have gone by. He makes a double check that nobody's coming. You know, obviously he can see around. He's been standing for a few minutes trying to get this perfect shot. And so he gets the camera, he's got the perfect shot lined up, he snaps the photo. Got that perfect shot. He's like, yeah. Goes home. It's not until a while after that they realize there's something in the background. Something to their left. Now remember, in all these photos, to us it appears on the right side, but remember, when you take a photo of somebody, their left side appears on our right side. So to keep that in mind. But you see, on the left, there was a girl, what appears to be a child, without a face. It's looking away, almost ashamed to be caught. And it's hovering in the air. Now some people think that they're just standing there. You see, that, just beyond that wall is a 6-foot drop. That child would have had to jump, and the photo would have had to just take a photo in that moment. No. You see, there was something hovering there. Something that didn't want to be seen. Something that was Jinn. In the Fort Worth Museum of Texas, their mother was snipping a photo of her son, and in the background is a Jinn that reaches up and to grab the son. It doesn't quite make it, but it's just caught in that instant. You see this ghostly thing rising up from nothing. It's like a basket or a trolley. It's rising up and it reaches out. You see, these things, they try to reach. Sometimes we notice them, sometimes we don't. These things are strange. I will take you now to a man, an eyewitness account of a Muslim imam. He lives in Ontario, Canada. And he is downstairs alone, his wife is upstairs, and it's 3 in the morning. He works nights at his job, and it's normal for him to be up this late. So he's making a meal, he's preparing some food, and he turns around. He's startled by what he sees. There's a woman there. Her skin is green. Her hair is tangled. It's messy tangled. And she's hunched in some awkward position that a human wouldn't normally be in. She's looking at him with a face like this. She looks at him and he looks at her, and he knows what this is. He's a Muslim after all. And the thing vanishes into the air. You see these things, they hover just over the left. He had just turned around to his left and he saw it, just watching him. But brothers and sisters, that's not the only tale. That's not the only experience. There are other Muslimin in this world, other non-Muslims in fact, who have seen these things that just lurking over their left. In fact, there was a man who was at his wedding. He's at his wedding and a photo was taken of him. And there's a dog to his left and he's standing against the wall. The dog would have had to lift up. He would have had to lean back and the dog would have been squished. There's no way that that bizarre instance would have happened and everyone would have been smiling and you're acting as though normal. But yet there's clearly a photo of a dog there. You see, the Jinn like to take form. They like this forms of 2 things. Snake and dogs. And this dog was where? This shoulder. And what is that shoulder? It's the left shoulder. You see, the Jinn, they like to lurk out of sight. And they like to whisper from into our ear, into our soul. And this man, he took this photo, he keeps it with him, because at the time he was battling a drug addiction. Now, conversely, he used the Jinn against them. The Jinn are wanting him to commit sin. He's used the Jinn against them. He's battled them. He's basically said, well, you know what? I'm keeping this photo as a reminder of that the devil is just out there, just beyond the reach. So, I want to show you guys photos of strange things. It might appear on the right hand side of the screen, but remember, it is on the left. When you take a photo of somebody, their left appears on your right. Check these photos out. So, these strange occurrences happen all across the world, and people are getting spooked now. My viewers, I urge you, do not be afraid. I urge you, do not be scared. Do not fear the Jinn. I come with good tidings that the Jinn will not harm you. The Jinn will try, but they cannot kill humans. They will try, but your soul, your will is stronger than them. I urge each and every one of you, worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do not fear the Jinn. You know, I'm going to tell you guys that this Muslim brother, the one who saw that hag, the green skin Jinn in his kitchen, he just smiled to himself. He said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. He turned around and he continued to cook. You know why he felt no fear? Because the Jinn is a reminder of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes, you heard me right. When the shayateen make themselves visible, they are proving Islam. Islam is the only religion in the history of humanity which has exposed these kind for what they are. In Christianity, they took the name devil. You know, in Christianity, the Iblis liked to change his status to that of an angel. Astaghfirullah. You know, in Christianity and in other religions, the Jinn like to get us so mixed up we don't even know what they are. But Islam, the pure religion upon the universe, we know what the Jinneen are. We know what they are. And we know that we should not fear them. So when a Jinn makes itself present to you, remember that this is a sign of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember that it is confirming that this is also a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you're seeing a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then logically it proves without a shadow of a doubt that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with you and Islam is the right religion. So I urge each and every one of you, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do not fear the Jinneen. Fear your Maker, fear your Rabbul Alameen. Remember Allah and come to goodness.